All right, time is now 5:40 on this Thursday morning. Checking in with Alex, and really just the big story today. We want people to really take it slow in on their way to work because of this massive amount of fog out there.
Yes, because it's not just widespread fog that's not too thick in nature. It is very dense fog in many areas across central Georgia. So just take it a little bit slower, increase the distance between yourself and the car in front of you. But we'll go over the latest with your fog and talk about what time we are expecting some of the surface level cloud cover to finally lift up into the atmosphere and dissipate. 50 degrees, your current temperature in downtown Dublin. Before we focus on the numbers, let's talk about this visibility map where the densest fog is farther to the east and southeast here in central Georgia, where you definitely see a couple areas where you only have a couple hundred feet ahead of you in terms of your visibility, like Eastman, Swainsboro over to Vidalia. But regardless, just because the fog isn't as dense in nature doesn't mean that you couldn't come across an area of denser fog as you make your way farther along the roads this morning. Temperature-wise, 50 degrees in Dublin and in Eastman. Those are the lowest numbers that we see. In fact, most of your numbers are still scattered about the mid and upper 50s, even the low 60s the farther north that you travel. So it is a much warmer start than what we had, say, just 2 days ago. In fact, about 30 degrees warmer in nature. And this comes in light of an increase in humidity. So your dew point temperatures now kind of hovering in the 50s and the 60s, where we can see some light green color on this graphic as of now. And that's also going to continue to contribute to some warmer morning low values, and along with that, maybe a few isolated sprinkle chances. But let's take it back to yesterday. 84 degrees for a high temperature. That broke a record, but from 1942, a record high of 83 degrees yesterday. And remember, we were talking about yesterday was going to be the first of 3 days that we're going to make a run at the records. So let's take a look at what we have for today and tomorrow. So the record sits even lower than yesterday at 81 degrees for both today and tomorrow. I have forecasted highs right around those numbers or even a degree above it as we roll into tomorrow afternoon. But there is going to be the potential for our temperatures to be well below what I have forecasted. And it's all going to be dependent on how long the cloud cover stays in the forecast. I do expect this morning time fog to start to fall apart as we go into 9, 10, maybe even as late as 11 a.m. still hanging in the picture. But it does eventually lift up higher in the sky, dissipates, and we start to get some breaks in the clouds that are higher up in the sky as we go into this afternoon. So if we're nice and sunny, you get some ample sunshine, your temperatures will get up to that record-breaking criteria. But if we have plenty of cloud cover blocking that sunshine, your numbers are going to be a good deal lower, somewhere in the mid to even low 70s this afternoon. As we go into your Friday, it's more of a similar story to today until we get into the nighttime hours. Some scattered shower chances start to creep in overnight and linger into Saturday morning. But the good news is those scattered shower chances get out of here as we go into the afternoon hours on Saturday. Then we're dry all the way through next Tuesday before we welcome in another frontal boundary. And that one looks to really cool us down as we head into Thanksgiving and Black Friday for the end of next week. But before we get there, it will be a stretch of above average temperatures each day.